May 2024 for each of the 12 signs. I'm Lada from AstroLada.com, and this May is such a joy compared to April. All planets are moving direct, so things will go more according to plans. There is a powerful first activation of the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction, so finally what I promised you of the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction will start unfolding from you with the new moon in Taurus. This abundance, opportunities that will support you for the next 14 years. You see the first signs of it materially from May. Then we have the Jupiter-Venus conjunction and the Jupiter-Sun conjunction. This month is just beauty. It smells of champagne and caviar and sweet-sounding melody and nymphs dancing naked. this has this Taurian lushness and beauty of Jupiter-Venus sign and abundance and camaraderie. So it's and then we have Jupiter entering a new sign. I'm gonna cover each of the 12 signs, how Jupiter will affect you for the next 12 months. And of course we have Mars being reborn. I'm not gonna give it off, but oh, it is exciting. Okay, I really love this month. But before we start, I have created a short tutorial for an hour and a half, just $9.99 for each of the 12 signs, whoever is interested in it, to how each of the 12 signs, their first and second marriages, and how their life changes after marriage. For example, Aries and Libra, their financial situation is intimately connected with their partnership. So it really changes for the better or worse, usually for the better. Pisces, for example, they can have property much more easily after they get married. Or do you know that Scorpios are more likely, and Taurus are more likely to have hidden relationships, and we're talking ascendants here mostly, and moon, or to marry foreigners or someone from a different religion. Or Aquarians have a pattern of marrying someone from a different country as well. And I'll explain to you, it's fascinating. You know that the second marriage of some signs is much better, naturally inclination, than the second marriage is much better than the first. For other signs, the first marriage would be better than the second one, just because you're born under a certain ascendant. Anyway, thank you so much. Check it out. It's fantastic. It's really enjoyable. It's just $9.99 on the description below. And now let's begin. Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising, May 2023. 4, sorry. Hello, Cancers. And this month starts with Mars becoming visible in your 10th house. Mars is being reborn like the ancient Babylonian said. It was invisible for the last 7 months, and it's very important event. When it appears again, where in your horoscope it's going to appear, and for you this will be your 10th house. So the birth of Mars, the soldier, this very driven planet, very ambitious, in your 10th house of ambitions and goals and career opportunities, can mean that for the next couple of years, while the new cycle of Mars lasts, you'll be very driven and ambitious. And Mars is the planet of innovations. You can innovate something to do with your career, with your social status. You might have a desire and drive to be more independent, which is very Mars energy in your career. And also new bosses or authority figures can appear in your life around that time now with the birth of Mars. Not just new career directions and new career projects, but new authority figures. But these ones can be very motivating for you. They can push you to bring out your strongest heights in a way, even if they're confrontational, because it is Mars after all, and even if they're pushy. It can also indicate that you might be in a more competitive environment in your career, but you'll win. Mars is in Aries, in your 10th house. You have the upper hand, but there can be some big competition there or push, or you'll be asked to be much more driven towards your career, and you'll mobilize all your forces to achieve some project. Maybe a new idea will come, or maybe if you've been working already on something, career project in some direction towards your career, you'd have this renewed developments and force to put into it, and very likely success, because Mars appearing in Aries is an indication of success there. Yeah, it's a warlike energy, but whatever the war is there, you're gonna win it. All right. So you might be even put in more executive positions, leadership positions, or positions where you need to take executive decisions to initiate in some sort. That is being born, or at least such impulses are being born in you now, to be a leader, to take control like a general of your life, to be more independent there, possibly an opportunity to do it. If you put your energy into that direction, it will happen with your personal willpower. Now, this renewal of career there, the other next event is that there is a new moon in your 11th house. The new moon falls exactly on the 8th of May, but it falls exactly very close on the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction that happened in April. So that will be the first time this conjunction is activated. So the first time you can start seeing how it can manifest. It happened on the 20th of April, but you probably didn't feel much then. But every time it gets activated from now on for 14 years ahead, you would see the next unfoldment of the plan of this Jupiter-Uranus in your 11th house, which is very beneficial for gains, very beneficial to be financially independent, to grow your gains, because 11th house rules gains, and Jupiter-Uranus is about big things, to maybe create some big project that changes the world, that changes society, to maybe create some business that reaches lots of people, or maybe if you already have a business, to expand it. Now May is extremely important for that. Some ideas can come to you, be seeded, how to reach out more audience, how to make more money, 11th house rules, all of that, how to spread more knowledge, how to do something meaningful for the world, how to have expansion and growth and sudden opportunities, and to fulfill some of your biggest dreams and wishes and goals, which is the 11th house. Your biggest dreams and wishes. Is it to be a ballerina? Is it to clean up the world from waste materials? Is it to have a PhD? Is it to have, to make 100,000 per month? What is your dreams and wishes and goals? And especially something that you can work towards. It's not some fanciful thing. It's something that you can work towards to achieve. Well, now this Jupiter-Uranus new moon will start opening those doors for you, for gainfulness, for also creating friendships and tribes and networks that are very beneficial for you, that will support you, that will bring you even financial and material and moral support for the next 14 years as well. It's very good to start anything to do with large groups of people or groups of friends, or in some kind of a large projects, business project, marketing project, social media project as well, which is the 11th house. It's very good to attend some events, for example, especially this week after the new moon, from the 8th till the 23rd of May, because we're going to have Jupiter conjunct Venus on the 23rd. We're going to have Jupiter conjunct Sun on the 18th. Around this period, attending social gatherings, or if you're invited somewhere and meeting some new people, even though something good can happen for sure, but those people that you meet or those events that you attend to might become a source of growth for you for the next 14 years. Maybe you meet someone now that 2 years from now, they would say, I have this opportunity, why don't you, or this idea, or you become friends for life, and this is a big blessing for you, because Jupiter-Uranus is a blessing. Or you can start some project that will truly change the world. I don't know, some of your cancers. It's possible. But yeah, it can be, you can create friendships for life now in May. You can create very pleasant social experiences, opportunities for gains of some sort, people that expand your mind, people that expand your very loving as well relationships with Venus, then so on. And then around the 23rd, when the Venus conjunct Jupiter is happening here in Taurus, which is a wonderful day for any social activities, for any making of money, 11th house gains, 11th house is markets as well. Anything to do with markets is great around that time with the Venus-Jupiter conjunction in the 11th house. You can be very gainful. But on the same day, it's also the full moon that will be active for the next 2 weeks in your 6th house. It's very positive full moon. It is in Sagittarius, It's making just opposition to Jupiter and Venus, and a trine to Neptune, and a sextile to Pluto. It's just good planets, good aspect. There can be some indulgence happening around that time, good times, but it's also connected to work. There can be some fulfillment of a work project, seeing the result of it, being satisfied with it, being celebrated about it, or seeing what needs to be corrected. So there's some focus on work here, or duties and responsibilities, but it seems to go really well and well received. Or maybe some readjustment of work situation. Plus, it's health, so they can be focused on health, unhealthy habits. There is this a bit of a possibility because Sagittarius is a very allowing sign. Jupiter and Venus opposition, Neptune trine, all align influences. Sixth house is connected to addictive tendencies, self-soothing, self-medicating, and so on. So yeah, be careful about such things, and also poisonings of food and so on. But I think it will all go well because of the good influences. But otherwise, it can be helping you solve on the higher vibration. Sixth house is health issues, helping you solve health issues, receive the green light about some health issue, to be relieved, or to find a solution, or find a different diagnosis, or a different way to manage it in some way, or even solve it, because full moons are about resolutions, and that's a pretty nice full moon, and it falls exactly at 2 degrees, which is a star connected to in the constellation of the Scorpion, but tropical Sagittarius. It's a star connected to Asclepius, the healer. So there we go again, something to do with healing in your sixth house of health, that can have awareness of important developments. And last but not least, on the 25th, Jupiter will enter your 12th house, Cancers, and will stay there for the next 1 year. But believe me, even though Jupiter enters your 12th house, for almost a year, you'll keep feeling the 11th house influence of Jupiter, because before it leaves for the 12th house, it starts 3 new cycles. One with Jupiter in April for 14 years, one with the Sun in May for 1 year, one with Venus in your 11th house for 1 year. So despite of it leaving this house where Jupiter loves being in the 11th house of gains, benefactors, support from others, receiving recognition, it's leaving there, but it doesn't mean the recognition, benefactors, friendships, whatever gains, possibilities will disappear, because the cycles just started before Jupiter leaves there. So you have another year to work on those things and to benefit from them. But still, you're going to start feeling the influence of Jupiter in the 12th house as well. What is the 12th house like when Jupiter is there? It's a natural house for Jupiter. You become more psychic, more intuitive. You can easily enter meditative states, or have, I remember some of the best insights I've ever had. Astrologically, I'm not psychic, but maybe intuitive, was when Jupiter was transiting my 12th house. 12th house rules deep understanding. Maybe you meditate on some topic, or think and ruminate on some topic, if you're a scientist on some question, or if you're a psychologist on some life problem, whatever your field of expertise is, whatever you're most focused your thoughts on. And if you think about it long enough, when Jupiter is in the 12th house, you enter into a meditative state, and you get sudden downloads, and you can find solutions to long-standing problems and resolve them. Just like Mendeleev, for years he was trying to figure out the periodic table. I think he has Jupiter natal in the 12th house, and he dreamt it. He dreamt it. With Jupiter in the 12th house, you can dream the answers to your problems over the next 1 year. If you have some psychological issue or blockage in life that things never work, every night before going to bed, pray to God and to your higher self, because 12th house is also prayer, connecting to the invisible world. Jupiter opens those doors for you. Your prayers will be so powerful. Pray and say, show me in my dreams, why am I stuck financially? Show me in my dreams why my relationships are bad. Show me in my dreams why I have this health problem. And you might start dreaming about someone from your kindergarten, and you're like, what? Why? Why am I dreaming about this kid from kindergarten? Maybe that's where there was a big... Jupiter will give you answers. Your ancestors will give you the answers. Your departed ancestor, 12th house rules, your spirit guides, your loved ones in the other side, your higher self, your high intuition. Through dreams, you can get the answer. So maybe every night you start having a dream that about someone at school or whatever, or some event that happened. It's trying to help you to work through a psychological issue that's blocking you. So Cancers, you're already very naturally psychic, but this Jupiter in the 12th house can bring incredible psychological healing, releasing and forgiving. 12th house about releasing, letting go of the past, most spendings as well, but these tend to be spendings for things you want, things that you enjoy, maybe for knowledge, spending on travel. Oh, Jupiter through the 12th house, green light to travel abroad, to receive documents, papers, to move abroad, to be even to work abroad, because Jupiter rules your 6th house of work, and some work project that can happen abroad. Jupiter also rules your 9th house to study, foreign countries, 9th house to study, also to study something spiritual, 12th house to study something connected to research. Is amazing when Jupiter is in the 12th house. If you're doing that, any research, you'd get deep understanding of a subject, you'd receive answers almost like downloads. Some of the best periods to study is when Jupiter transits the 9th and the 12th house. Actually, with the 12th house, I have even deeper understanding of research, seeing answers. Some of the best psychic readings I've had, actually I've had 2 or 3, they only always happen when Jupiter was transiting my 12th house. And for you, that's happening over the next 12 months. My husband for the first time traveled when Jupiter was transiting his 12th house. He left America for the first house, and that was like a 2-month journey abroad through the whole of Europe when Jupiter was in his 12th house. So such kind of stuff tend to happen. Closing one chapter as well, letting go of some past side of you, and releasing old attachments with ease. 12th house is the house of endings, releasing, letting go. If you're in any 12th house business, can be really good for you for the next 1 year. If you're psychic, healer, artist, someone working in hospitals and so on. Good luck for that, Cancers. It can be quite good, illuminating next level vibration, because the 12th house is very much about your spiritual vibration can rise. And don't forget, you're not just ruminating, daydreaming, manifesting with Jupiter in the 12th house, daydreaming, Your Mars in the 10th house, you're going after things ahead for the next year and even more. You're ambitious. And don't forget that the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction happened in your 11th house of large goals and projects, fulfilling your dreams and wishes, getting support, getting more audience, following, and so on, and gains from that. But intuitively, Jupiter will enhance your intuition as well. Thank you.